Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
I'd like now to invite the other council members of Australia and moderators to come forward. Is there anything you guys would like to share or speak?
Yes, yes. One would be, firstly, I'm noting in the comments as well, there's many people appreciating what's been put together, and particularly to Marianne, because I do know that she's got 5 computer screens there, watching it all, being present. So there's a physicality of being present, plus the mental focus that's been there. And that's, as we said, that's part of the local, that's Australia. And as Marianne mentioned, Dr. Yugandhar's been watching that across the globe, really. So when we said the next summit, We Are One, is looking at a more local level, the idea is almost like fractals. I remember hearing Dr. Yugandhar mention it the first time. It's like having the big vision, and then it's repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated. And while the areas may be getting smaller and more local, it means the number of people being part of it is bigger. So there is a quantum physics behind that. And as Dr. Yugandhar said, the more people who have a particular thought at a particular time, the greater effect. And you may be wondering what the council is. It's a group of people with that shared vision of recognizing, as the world united is, that there is one vision. And so, as Marianne said, it might be that there's one thing that you can add to it when we're organizing. It might be that you're interested in being part of and organizing as we go. It might be that you have a special skill in graphics and a part of putting together things that go out as promotion. There are so many things that whether you have a large time input available or a very small time input available, having you part of it means that there is more ingredients in what's developed coming up. So my words are first to appreciate everything that has happened in this event, and importantly, as Dr. Yugandhar said, that this is not a full stop. And it's also to encourage and invite anyone. I know we talked on track 4 about things like podcasts and the platforms that people already have, particularly the things like the panels. A lot of really good things came up in the panels, but be able to record those, so that keeps it going between now and the next one for Australasia, and also to be part of that organising for the next larger event, which is, as Dr. Yugandhar said, covering the 6 states and the 2 territories. So just a little bit about the council.
Thank you. And is there any other Australian Council members that want to share or speak?
I'll just speak for a moment, and I just want to thank everyone. And without you, Marianne, holding me technically yesterday, I don't think I would have handled it as well. And in every other way, and Dr. Yugandhar's vision, and all my fellow, council members and all involved. And I want to sincerely thank all the presenters that allowed me to hold their space over the last 2 days in the workshops. It's been an absolute honor. And to be able to connect and learn from so many inspiring people has been just unbelievable. I'm still vibrating at a really high level. And I felt the oneness. I just felt it, I just felt the oneness. And for me, the message that we're living through doing what we're doing here with the festival and with the World United Council is harmony and peace and unity has to happen now, with today, with me in my life. And that's what I've taken, and that's what sort of kept me going. Is this is what I do, every day, and helping organize this and being part of this is just a continuation, like Dr. Yugandhar said beautifully, it's what we do. So this is just part of what I do. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you. And I know we have a few more council members here. Is there any other Australian council member that would like to speak?
Okay, just gonna also thank you, Marianne, for this beautiful work, Dr. Yugandhar, for this whole vision, the whole idea, and it's beautiful. The energy was great. You know, it was definitely, I could feel it could create, you know, a little bit of this, you know, change in this collective field. You know, with all the love, with all the the awakened inspiration and so many heart information and so good for this moment that we're living now. So I do feel the energy that was created. I do hope that we can create a big shift, you know, around the world and in Australia, because we really need that at the moment. And I did feel this unity, you know, everyone contributing, you know, a little bit with their hearts and what they're good at and passionate of, you know, and that's beautiful, because that's the creation. Everyone has their uniqueness, their own qualities and their own nature, and to bring, you know, everyone together, and I think that's the creating, you know, of the Aquarius age and this new world that we're living in, you know, in unity, you know, and respect to others' perspective and vision, and it's just a unity of everything, you know, of me and you and all of us together, you know, creating this beautiful world and this beautiful ship. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here and to be part of it, and to help to create this energy as well, and hold this to the world. So thank you for this opportunity. Very honored.
Thank you for all you've done too.
Mm.
And now I know we have some of our global family here. So would any of the global council members like to share or have something to say? You're more than welcome.
Of course, yes, that's why we are here to share. It's very important to share. This way, you know, we see that we are not alone, that we are together. Doesn't matter. I'm in New York. You are in Australia. Rita is in Sweden. Dr. Yugandhar is in India. What else we want as an example? For me, it's enough. And if it's for me enough, I think for everybody is enough to see that we are together. Of course, as already you said, and we said every time, thanks to the initiative of our dear, dear, dear Dr. Yugandhar, that we are here. And this is really fantastic. And we are talking about unity, we are talking about diversity, and just now, I wanted to just share on the chat what I'm feeling, what are my feelings about it at this moment, at the present, especially from my soul. We don't need here, this is the beautiful thing. We don't need to bring here papers on writing, no. Because what matters is the happiness, what we feel at this moment. Our soul is talking to us. Happiness, I see everybody's faces. Look at that, smiling. From where is coming this happiness? I think it's coming from something inside that we open the door, and here we are. We don't want to leave. I'm here in New York. I'm here now 1:23 a.m. I don't want to leave. And say, are you tired? No. You do nothing during the day? Yes, like everybody else. But this happiness is something that we feel it's not easy to find it, unless that we are part of this, as Dr. Yugandhar said to us one more time. Unity, collectively, we are one. That is just the last thing that, we are listening in order to attract those souls that still they need to awake. Means, as Dr. Yugandhar said, I start in Spain, 23rd of May, came my dear friend, soul friend, Amrita, that I appreciated, because I was like, oh, how am I going to do that? I wanted to do it, but I don't know how to do it. And, we started, and then my purpose was just get people from Spain, because was nobody after years working spiritually. Was a tsunami that just swept, everybody. And I said, oh no, we need to just get it. And guess what? Still I'm here. With Amrita, we said, after we did Spain, with 90 people, just I had 2 contacts. And guess what? The universe, we know that sometimes we ask him, but sometimes he's not giving what we want, but what we need. Really, this is a confirmation that I found working very hard on this, because, we need to pay the bill, but the universe is giving us what we need, right? And after that, we said with Abrita, we need to help people. This is not because it's difficult. We need to be willingly to invest time and invest happiness and invest whatever, in order to do it. And we can be successful in any place. And of course, Dr. Yugandhar, that is always, you see him, no? He always is like lighting the flame all the time. We did, next to Spain was Mexico. After that was Argentina. After Sweden, Venezuela. That, imagine Venezuela, all the countries. There are like big stones that we need to take from the deep place, we can do it. And we did Venezuela, we did Colombia, and here we are, working with Italy, with Greece, with Costa Rica, and let's see, Peru also, right, Amrita? And I would like to hear Amrita, that is very quiet, but, I would like to hear. I give you my big, a hug from my soul is what I can offer you. If you need our help, in Spain already is the council very, very just happy, working very hard for 2022. If you need help, anything, we are one. We can keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you. Your love is felt so far across the planet. I feel like it's a big warm hug here. So thank you so much for sharing and all that you do for the global movement. It's powerful. And I know you called for Amrita, and I know that she's here.
Hello, everyone. Wow, my heart is beating so fast and so loud. Just to see you and feel you, and it's never been beating like this. I have a deep love for Australia. For me, Australia is one of the countries that represents the indigenous peoples in this world. For me, the Mother Earth and the indigenous people hold a deep medicine for the world, and it's so important, it's so deep. So I can see why my heart is really beating. I've been really watching you and feeling you, and it's been amazing, the energy. It's been amazing to see how we are all coming together, because we, as Uganda just likes to say, we all know this unity, right? But we need to understand now how to walk this, how to bring all this consciousness now, how to build it. We are all doing our work in separate way, and we are learning something very different. And I need to stop many times to understand how to weave this. How do we do it? Why many of us have come forward and really are giving 24 hours of our time. My partner here is going crazy. They think they have kidnapped me in some kind of sect or something. What are you doing all day from morning to? And I'm like, you don't understand. It's something, it's the time. It is time to do this. It is time to give it all. And that's why even I feel we are all doing, and I see this in other people, right? I'm not alone here. We have felt it. We're coming forward, and we are doing what is necessary. I'm not an administrator, for God's sake. It's like, it's really crazy. I don't even know what I'm doing with technology sometimes. And it's very beautiful to see how we are putting this together without having any knowledge of it. So just to say, I love to see you all here. It's amazing at energetic levels what we are creating. It's amazing what we are building without even knowing, because it's woven, the thread is getting really strong. I can feel, this is why I feel the love, and I feel my heart beating when I see this thread getting really strong. we are holding together. We are really feeling now and understanding how is to bring it so this thread is strong and it doesn't break. And this is what I feel I'm witnessing happening, and I love to see you all. Thank you. I don't want to take more of your time. I know it's been a long 2 days. I know all about it. So I would love to listen more about the beautiful people from Australia, the beautiful light. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for a powerful, powerful message. And it's so true. Like, you really worded that well. Like, I've felt that too. Like, I'm not necessarily an organizer, or, you know, and all these different hats you have to wear in organizing an event, and suddenly you're the tech, and suddenly you're a marketer, and you're all these things. And it only took heart, and it really, with enough heart, the answers come, the people come. I mean, Angela with her beautiful song popped in last night, you know, there she was with the most perfect song. And it's how it's unfolded for this whole event, you know, the right time. It just took heart, and that's what everybody who's been involved has offered, and it's really worked well. So if you're feeling not confident because you're like, I don't know how to do that, no, bring your heart and it will be good, really good. And I know there's a few more people that wanted to share, and I'll open it up. I can see Uncle Fred is here. Is there anybody who would like to have just a few last moments, a few last words before we bring this to a close? Be great to hear from some of the presenters and share your experience. Anyone who's interested in coming forward and helping out. I see Marie with her hand up. Come.
I would love to say something very quickly. I have been through 2 burnouts since I started my movement, Loving Love After Loss. And after my second burnout, which was about 3 weeks ago, I got this very distinct and very clear message of, I can do all of that on my own, but I don't want to. And just when I had this so clear in my heart, I don't want to be doing this on my own anymore, you reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do this. And, you know, I feel that I got so much more out of this, or maybe even equally to what other people might have gotten from my speech or from my workshop. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of you being here and holding this space and holding this energy, because to me, it came at such a perfect time. And I was buzzing yesterday after that day, and I really felt that feeling that I needed so deeply. I'm not alone in this. And, you know, with this beautiful topic that we're sharing here, we are one. It's incredible knowing this, you know, because I'm doing life alone and family, parenting, all of that since my husband passed. And I am so strong and I know I can do it, but I don't want to do it on my own anymore. And that was a really big realization for me. So that to me enabled me to open up and allow other people in. And that was so incredibly important. So thank you all for coming in. And I really needed that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Is there anybody else that would like to share?
I can read one that's come in.
Sure, go for it.
One. What a powerful event. I would never have imagined that each session would provide such a synchronicity between speakers who mostly did not know each other previously, but who all delivered the same message from the heart of an evolution of human consciousness and healing the planet. So many diverse disciplines with a unified message. Each presenter was truly a gift of radiance and light. Kudos to the organizers. And that came in from the US as well, Arizona.
Beautiful. Anybody else that'd like to share? Anyone that has some thoughts? Anyone that would like to
Margie has her hand up, Marianne.
Margie?
Yes, thank you. I participated today, and I was so moved by the other incredible women that were in my group. And I was moved to tears on 2 occasions. I was covered in goosebumps in another one. It was just incredible. And I really, and then I watched this afternoon, and I was flicking between different ones and catching everyone, catching the feeling and the spirit of the whole event. And I think, you know, there's the quantum science concept of a tipping point. And I just think when we've got so many incredible people who have come on here as speakers, and in countless, I don't know how many people listening and watching, you know, we must be moving towards a tipping point of understanding, unity, love, acceptance, joy, freedom. And these are all things that are so important to all of humanity. And so with All Our One coming up, I just think that it's too incredible an opportunity. So I filled out my form as soon as that came up into the chat. I hopped in there and filled out the form to be part of the council. I've messaged Marianne and said, I'll help you be accountable for Australia. I'll take on whatever you need me to take on. I'll be a moderator. Like, I'm willing to step forward. So if there's anyone else who's been a speaker today and is feeling called, moved, inspired, then take the leap as well and make a contribution for the betterment of the world.
Yes, that's so exciting. That's welcome. Thank you. Very good. And is there anybody else that wants to share?
Gloria has her hand up.
Welcome, Gloria.
Greetings from Melbourne. Even though my accent, of course, you all know that I was born in the US, lived for 27 years in Malaysia, and been here for 18 years. So I always have difficulty on those forms that say, what country are you from? I want to say I'm a child of the universe. I don't identify with countries. I just want to say also that as someone who's experienced the light worker awakening path, as so many of you have, where it's just been difficult a lot of the time, feeling alone, feeling that we don't belong here, we don't fit in, or we can't quite figure out why there is so much disunity. This is the time for us to find one another. That's really what I take away with me from this last couple of days, is just connecting with one another so that we know we are not alone. We have never been alone, but this is, of course, we're in a discrete human body that experiences its separate, radiant, shining self. But we need help to remember that we are one and that we are connected and that we don't have to do this alone. Our light work is to be done together. And so I too will step up in terms of the council in Australia.
Fantastic. Great news.
Some thoughts about things. So we'll just explore together. So if I'm welcome, then
the event Malaysia Global Transformation Festival is coming up in March.
You see, my daughter lives, Dr. Yugandhar, in Malaysia. She's half indigenous. I married a man from Borneo, so it's a pretty exotic story. The book's coming soon, but anyway. So beautiful. Malaysia is a part of me. Southeast Asia is a part of me. My daughter lives there now. I haven't held her in my arms for 2 years. So one day she'll get to come and visit again.
I'll let you know in the month of March.
Anyway, thank you.
Very good.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Thank you. I too also feel that. My daughter's in Copenhagen and another one in New Zealand and a son in Melbourne. And through this time, they've been in my heart and on the screen. So we've been watching each other. What I wanted to say was, I wish I could help more with the computer things. I've always been challenged by it and I do my best. So it was a miracle that I did this today. And so I will help in other ways. And what I do now is I go to a park every Friday where they have markets, and I play my flutes, I play my bowls, I play my drums. And the mothers, they just start dancing and they thank me. And all I'm teaching is just joy and love. And what more can we do? But with the music and with that way is a lovely thing. Because those children are the start children. They're the ones that will be in the future. And I will also, and I told my children about this event, and I'm pretty sure they'll go in. They've been watching. And, you know, I have a dancer, a scientist, and an actor. So there's lots of scope for different things. Thank you.
Beautiful, and welcome. I'd love to have your involvement. It'd be wonderful. You bring joy
I
every
say a little word too.
Yes, please.
Marianne. Thank
Yes.
you. And thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful. And I was just reflecting as I was listening to Dr. Yugandhar before. And the first song that my husband and I are musicians as well that we wrote was the Gayatri mantra. We did a tune with the Gayatri and some English words to that, which were, we are one in the light, rising out of the darkness. We are one with the light of the sun. So yeah, it's beautiful. Really, I'd forgotten that, and you reminded me of that, Dr. Yugandhar. So I'd like to step up too in some way, but we can talk about that another time. I really believe now is a time for unity. We must stand together, because everyone being separate little egos does not work. That's what's created this problem. To be one, to unite, and to hold hands and to walk each other into the light is the way forward. So yeah, thank you.
Absolutely, and welcome. In whatever capacity, Soraya, it's beautiful just to have you involved, and your heart is just lovely. So definitely come forward, it'd be great. We can talk offline about what that might look like. And don't anyone feel it has to be, you know, huge hours. It's whatever is true for you, whatever you feel moved by. Come forward, you know, a little bit helps. All of us doing a little bit makes a massive difference. Yeah. So is there anybody else that would like to share before we bring this to a close? I don't want to close this. I just want to stay in one big love bubble with you all. So we just have to keep imagining, you know, holding that energy together, that distance doesn't separate us.
Gloria's hand is up in case.
I would love to gift you all. This is a song. It's a benediction dance song from the Dances of Universal Peace. And this is how my husband and I, when we have our Heartlight community gatherings and virtual things online, it's just a gift that I'd like to share with all of you.
Well, Gloria, would it be possible that you sing us in the final moments of this?
Yes,
Would that...
it is. That's what it is. It's a benediction. Song.
So
prayer.
So then might be good to have like any other person that might like to speak before we actually close, and Gloria will close this whole event for us. And is there anyone else before we finish that would like to share or speak?
I'd like to do an acknowledgement to Uncle Max and Uncle Fred, and to all the first peoples who spoke today on track 1, and the grounding energy that brings through, and also Arnie Pearl that was on track 4 today, and all first peoples globally, for that energy that's been held with the connection to land and earth, while many others are remembering that. I'd also like to acknowledge Grandmother Parisha, who is very dear in my heart. And I echo what Dr. Yugandhar said, you know, a person of that words don't actually describe, except to say a heart. I think of Grandmother Parisha as a massive beating ever expanding and encompassing heart. So definitely want to acknowledge her before our beautiful closing with Gloria as well.
Absolutely. And if you didn't catch Uncle Max and Uncle Fred's session, I really, really recommend you go and have a look at it later when it's up and live. Sorry, not live, but when it's up on YouTube. Have a watch of it. It was very moving. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. Anyone else? Alrighty, well, thank you again, everyone. It's been such a pleasure, and I think I've gained more out of this than any moment I've spent giving to it. So thank you so much, all of you. You are my blessing. So, and you've made my world bright. So thank you. So over to you, Gloria.
So a few words, Marian, from my side.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We are talking, thinking, and manifesting so many things in the name of only one thing, that is unity consciousness. And let me define with all of you the difference between an organization and a movement. An organization has the energy revolving around a person or persons. It is a person who is the nucleus for any organization. But for a movement, everyone is a nucleus. The energy moves around the vision. The energy moves around the wisdom, like independence struggle everywhere. A few hundred years back, every country struggled a lot to free itself from the colonization. So it's a classical example of a movement, a freedom movement, independence movement. So the World United is basically a movement. The unity consciousness is basically a movement. The nucleus is a vision, not a person here. So everyone is a nucleus, everyone is an epicenter for this moment. And we have taken this beautiful life for a cause. Without a cause, there cannot be any life. There is a clear purpose, a soul purpose, a deeper purpose. Inherently, in every human being, the element of unity consciousness lies in different degrees of evolution. In some people, it is dormant. In some people, it is a feeble. In some people, it is in different way. In some people, it is more active. That's all. So, in whatever degree of evolution this element of unity consciousness lies, this is a time when we all need to join hands. Not in another life. Please remember, only this life, before we vacate our physical bodies and move on to higher realms. We have to complete our soul fulfillment activity. We all have come together for a purpose. Subconsciously, people know the value and significance of this unity consciousness. And we are here, taken birth together in different geographical points of the planet, only for this greater cause. Let us join hands and happily go on to other realms and celebrate there. Thank you very much. We will have a closing ceremony there. Grand closing ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And now for you, Gloria. Thank you, everyone.
May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide with you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. Now and forevermore. Blessings and namaste.
Marian, we will have a post-event meeting, post-event get-together as per a date of your choice and convenience. Maybe a week later or 10 days later. Geraldine, please think over and fix a date, because the post-event, we will draw some conclusions and make some good decisions. Thank you.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Can I say something, Yugandhar?
Yep.
This is really beating so fast in me. What can we do to get us all together? What can we do? We need a global meeting at some point. Please, let's plan this. I just want to meet all these people in person and touch them and hug them. It's so fast and it's so strong. Oh my God, Emily. Vicky, and it's just amazing to meet you, Geraldine, and I've been feeling you so strong, working so strong. I cannot even express how much I feel this movement and everybody working. And that's what keeps me here. I can't move. I just tell people I cannot move. So what can we do to get us? Can we envision this, all of us, somewhere? Maybe, I don't know, 2025.
What I feel
don't
is,
care, but just let us start building it to when do we meet, where, let us meet.
So what I feel is, let this global transformation move to one level. For example, let us complete at least some 80 to 100 countries. Let us finish it.
But I need this vision in the end too. This is what I'm asking. Where do we place it? We've placed in so many things now that I said, why no? Let's also put it in there, the global event, not to bring it, but to just hold it in the vision. We have that also to do it. I don't know when, just decide. So
let us discuss and finalize a date for it.
I don't know. I would love some ideas. I wanted to bring it. It's so beautiful to see so many people from all over. Thank you, everyone.
Amrita, I've been feeling it too, that I've actually wanted to meet with all of you guys and share some time and actually build the national council, strongly, that we know each other, and that, when you're doing an event there, that we're helping you, and when we're doing an event, there you are, and actually build that connection. I felt that quite strongly as well. So I definitely feel like, why don't we just meet firstly, and share time and everyone's thoughts from all over the world together.
Wow, that would be amazing. I would love that. Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do a one through Zoom. I would love that. At least that first, it would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Thank you. Today evening, another 5 or 6 hours, we are going to have the first VR1 summit. One of our council members, Miriam from Argentina, she's doing